Look at this folder. Reliance, TCS, Infi, HDFC, 180 plus stocks. Every single one has 1 minute options data open. High, low, close, OI, volume. Going back years. All fetched automatically. All stored clean. I built this in Python using the Dhan API. And today I'm going to show you exactly how it works line by line. If you've been trying to build an options backtesting system and you keep hitting the wall of, where do I even get the data? This video is your answer. Welcome back to Data Science Trading Now. If you watched my last video, I built the index options data fetcher. We pulled Nifty and Bank Nifty data, handled rate limiting, saved to Parquet. That was the foundation. Today's script is the same idea, but for individual F&O stocks. And there are some important differences in how you handle hundreds of stocks versus to indices, date ranges, security IDs, daily API limits. I've solved all of that here. If you haven't seen the last video, link is in the description. Go watch that first and come back. It'll make today's video make a lot more sense. Let me give you the bird's eye view before we go deep. This script does 5 things. 1. It loads your F&O stock universe from a Parquet file, symbol name, security ID, and the exact dates each stock was active in F&O. 2. It breaks each stock's date range into 30-day chunks and fires API calls for each chunk. 3. It fetches all strikes from ATM-3 to ATM+3. That's 7 strikes, for both call and put, across to expiry codes. That's 28 API calls per chunk per stock. 4. It enforces rate limits, both per second and a daily cap of 75,000 calls, automatically. No babysitting. 5. It saves everything into partitioned Parquet files by symbol and month. And if it crashes halfway through, you just restart it. It picks up exactly where it left off. Alright, let's go section by section. This is your control panel. Everything tunable is up here. Access token, your Dhan API key. See how it reads from an environment variable first, then falls back to the hard-coded value? That's how you should always handle secrets in scripts you might share or push to GitHub. Don't hard-code tokens in plain text. Strikes, this list. ATM-3 all the way to ATM+3. For stock options, Dhan's API doesn't let you pull the full chain in one call the way you can with index options. So we loop through each strike individually. Expiry codes, 1 and 2. Near month and next month. If you only care about the current expiry, just keep code 1 and cut your API call count in half. Chunk days is 30. We don't go bigger because large windows can give you sparse or incomplete responses. Daily API limit, 75,000. The script tracks this and auto-sleeps until midnight if you hit it. And it's overridable through an environment variable. So if Dhan changes their limits, you change one variable. You don't touch the code. And test stocks only. This is your debug switch. Before you let this run on 180 stocks overnight, uncomment this line, add Reliance and TCS, run it for 5 minutes. Make sure everything's working. Then comment it back out and let it rip. This function loads the F&O entry exit with IDs.parquet file. Each row has symbol, security ID, first date, which is when that stock entered F&O, and last date, when it exited, or today if it's still active. Why do we need this? Because not every stock has been in F&O forever. A stock might have only joined F&O in 2021. If you query data for it from 2018, the API returns nothing, and you've burned API calls for no reason. By loading these date ranges, we make every API call count. We only request data for periods when that stock was actually tradable in options. This file is generated by a separate helper script, build fnohistory.py, which parses NSE Bhavacopy files. I'll link it in the description. Run that once, get this file, and the main fetcher becomes fully data-aware. 2 classes here. They handle 2 different time horizons. Rate limiter handles the short horizon, per second. It uses a rolling window. It keeps a queue of recent request timestamps. Before every API call it checks, have I made more than 5 requests in the last 1 second? If yes, it waits. This prevents HTTP 429 errors, which is Dhan saying, slow down, you're going too fast. Daily call tracker handles the long horizon, per day. Every call increments a counter. If we hit 75,000, it calculates the exact seconds until midnight and sleeps. When it wakes up, the counter resets and we continue. Both are configurable through environment variables. This is production-grade design. You're not running a quick notebook here. You're running an overnight job on real data. Fetch rolling option, 3 retry attempts, exponential backoff. One specific detail. If we get a 400 or 404 response, meaning there's genuinely no data for this combination, we return none immediately. We don't retry, because some strikes or expiry combinations just won't exist for certain dates, and there's no point hammering the API for something that isn't there. Now response to DF. This is where we turn raw API response into a clean data frame. The Dhan API returns CE and pay data separately inside the response. We loop through both, extract all the fields, timestamp, OHLC, 4, volume, OI, spot, strike, and build a data frame. We convert Unix timestamps to IST. Because when you're doing analysis, you want IST, not UTC. Every row gets tagged with symbol, security ID, strike reference, option type, expiry code. So the final dataset is fully self-describing. You can open any single Parquet file and immediately know what stock, what strike, what expiry, what type. No guessing. The save Parquet function partitions output by symbol and year month. So the folder structure is Reliance 2024-1 adata.parquet. Reliance 2024-2 adata.parquet. Each month is its own file. This makes it fast to load just the data you need. You're not reading 5 years of data when you only want January. More importantly, reruns are safe. If the file already exists, we read it, append the new data, and deduplicate on timestamp plus strike plus option type plus expiry code. So you can restart the script 10 times and you'll never get duplicate rows. This matters. Long-running jobs fail. Networks drop. Systems reboot. This handles all of that gracefully. The main loop, fetch all, is where everything comes together. For each stock, for each 30-day chunk, for each expiry code, for each strike, for each option type, we build a payload and call the API. The payload has everything Dhan needs. Exchange segment, security ID, instrument type, expiry flag, expiry code, strike reference, option type, date range, and the list of data fields we want back. After collecting all the data for a chunk, we combine it into one data frame and save to Parquet. Progress is tracked in progress.txt. Each completed chunk gets saved as a unique key. Something like Reliance pipe 1st January, 2024 pipe 31st January, 2024. When you restart the script, it reads this file and skips anything already done. For a full universe of 180 stocks across 5 years of history, you're looking at somewhere between 12 and 15 million rows when this completes. That's a real dataset. The kind that takes few overnight to build but lasts you years. Alright, so what have we built? A fully automated pipeline that fetches 1-minute stock options data for your entire F&O universe. It handles rate limits. It tracks daily API budgets. It resumes if it crashes. It saves clean, deduplicated Parquet files partition by symbol and month. You run it once. You let it go. You come back to a dataset ready for backtesting. Now, I have the full GitHub repo ready. The main script, the Bhavacopy history builder, and a sample loader. Everything you need to get started. But I'm going to do this the same way I did last time. I'll drop the GitHub link in the comments. But only when this video hits 30 comments. That's all I'm asking. 30 comments. Ask me something. Tell me what you're building. Tell me what part confused you. Tell me what you want next. Literally anything. Because when I see engagement, I know the content is worth making. And I'll keep going deeper. When I don't, I slow down. So if this was useful, leave a comment right now. I read every single one. Like the video if you learn something. Subscribe if you want to see the next one, where I take this dataset and build a real options backtest on top of it. See you there.